What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of The Prop Wiz. I'm your host, The Wiz. It's been a while since my last post. It's been about probably a month.
Sorry I've been away so long.
I apologize. It was just super busy around here, just with school. I'm in film school right now. My kids are in school, sports, and on top of that, with Halloween, I had a ton of 3D print orders that came in that I had to send out. Had to prep, paint, and send out. But I'm back, and it should be a little bit more consistent. Again, I'm sorry.
I won't let you down again.
We'll see. Today, I kind of wanted to talk about the fact that Hasbro is releasing a full-size Proton Pack. How crazy is it that I was just talking about whether Hasbro was going to make a full-size Proton Pack? You can check out the statements on my review on the Proton Pack from Afterlife. Last week, Hasbro released a sneak peek of the Proton Pack. And yo, it looked pretty good, man. The only thing I think that I was off on was the price. I think I said it was going to be $500 or more, but surprise, it's actually under $400. It's currently for pre-order on the Hasbro Pulse site in what looks like a crowdfunding style campaign. They have about 6,700 backers with a target of 7,000, so they're almost there. They've released some very good photos of the prototype. Everything looks authentic, the right size, the right colors. I'm assuming it's made out of plastic, but the photos look pretty legit and solid. Everything lights up as it should, and it's supposed to make the sounds from both the original Ghostbusters movies as well as the upcoming Afterlife film. It looks like the cyclotron can be removed to show some of the inner workings of it. With the premium perk, you get this fake slime thingy that you can put on your Proton Pack that look like you got slimed, I'm assuming. Okay, at the time that I recorded that voiceover, they only had about 6,700 backers. Now they're at 6,982 backers, which means they only have to sell 18 more to be fully backed and should be going into production on December 13th. Now, yesterday when I was doing the research, I was undecided on whether I was gonna buy it or not. I love the photos, I love the way that it looked, except for one thing. On the back of the Proton Pack, I noticed that the straps are going directly into the back of the Proton Pack, basically bypassing the Alice frame. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like it. Like, I hesitated a lot. Like, usually I jump on these things and buy it immediately, especially knowing something like this is gonna sell out. I had actually decided not to buy it because of that. But then on second look and kind of researching and looking at what other people are saying, I don't have nothing that actually verifying it. If you do, definitely let me know. But there are some holes on the backside of the Proton Pack that look like it could be used to mount it to an Alice frame. Even then, I was still kind of hesitant because then it was like, well, why not print my own, make my own? At the end of the day, in fact, just this morning, I woke up and decided to go ahead and pay the $400 to back this funding. I figured at the very least, I'm still a collector. I still like collecting toys. So it'd be cool to have it, even if it has an Alice frame or not. Maybe it's something I can hang up on the wall, sit in the corner, add my Proton Pack to it, the Afterlife one. And it still be cool. And on top of that, it'll be the perfect reference because it is, I believe, scanned or molded from the actual Afterlife Proton Pack. So I think some of the details on this will inform me on what I need to do when it comes time to making my own, because let's face it, I'm going to make my own eventually. Come on. And the whole strap thing is probably nitpicky. I haven't heard anybody say anything negative about this Proton Pack. That was just my own little thing. Maybe because the Alice frames nowadays are so hard to find a real good one, a real solid one, or an authentic one. So it just really stood out in my mind that it was missing one. But anyway, it's done. I went ahead and pre-ordered it. I had reservations about buying the wand when it was for sale, and I ended up regretting that thing. I saw it, I think I didn't like the tape on the handle. It was enough for me not to buy it. It ended up selling out. Instantly regretted it when it sold out. Lucky I was able to get my hands on one. Best Buy, I think, ended up getting some. I was able to get it for its $100 price, and I never want to feel that feeling again. So that was the last little fact that made me decide to go ahead and jump on this. Go ahead and buy it, because when it sells out, because it is going to sell out, like they're going to meet their backing, obviously. So it's going to sell out, and I don't want to have that feeling of regret or I should have or what if. So we got it, it's on its way. But that leads me to the other thing that just me personally, it bothers me. It's understandable, but I hate waiting for these things. And so this isn't dropping until spring of 2023. So I'm gonna be waiting over a year, well over a year, before I get my hands on this Proton Pack that I'll be paying for on the 13th of December. At the same time I say that's a complaint, I am accustomed to waiting for things. I buy collectibles. I collect 1/6 scale collectibles. I got a whole room full of them downstairs. And those are things that I pre-order. Like, for instance, I think the Black Panther, I think I ordered well over a year and a half. It might have been close to 2 years that it was on pre-order, that I had to wait for that thing to come out. Thanos was along those lines as well. It took over a year for me to get that. So I'm accustomed to waiting. I still don't like it, but hey, once you get the item in your hand, all is forgotten. So hopefully the same thing happens with this Proton Pack. When it arrives, then it's as dope as it looks in the photos. Anyway, y'all, I just wanted to share that, just talk about that. By now, for most of y'all, I know a lot of you guys are Ghostbuster fans. This is probably old news. I just wanted to share my perspective on it and let you know that I copped it. And hey, as always, please leave me some comments. Let me know what you guys did. What's your plans for it? Are you gonna mount it to an Alice frame? Let me know what's up, man. What's your excitement on this, all right? By the way, do you have your Ghostbusters ticket? I think I'm more excited about that than I am this Hasbro Proton Pack. I've got my Ghostbusters ticket. I bought tickets for the whole family. I already told them one of them jokers is late or look like they're gonna be late. I'm canceling their ticket. I'm going without them. That's life in Wiz family. But super duper excited. Super excited for Ghostbusters fans. And of course, I'm not just the Ghostbuster fans. I love props, I love movies, but my earliest memory of watching a movie in the movie theater with my father used to take me to everything, was Back to the Future, which is cool because I had no idea, I hadn't seen no trailers. I don't know if they didn't play as many trailers back then, or if you had to go to the movie theater. I'm not sure what the history is on that. But I mean, at a certain age, I didn't see any trailers except for what you saw in the movie theater. So I had no clue what Back to the Future was about. So that was a treat. And then Ghostbusters was the same way. All I had was the name and the logo. End up seeing it, I was frightened. I remember thinking it was a scary movie, which is one of the reasons why I think the nostalgia is so cool for us. Because for me anyway, speaking for myself, it was an experience that kind of changed over the years. When I was a kid, it was a scary movie, had some cool stuff in it. You know, kind of grew up, you kind of recognize more of the cool stuff. It's no longer scary, but you still got this cool proton packs and ghost traps and ghosts. And then later in life, you start to understand and really, really appreciate the humor. And of course, the older you get, the subtlety and the nuances of that kind of humor, especially with Bill Murray, you know, it becomes funnier and funnier. So, man, I think that's one of the reasons why that movie has lasted as long as it did, and nostalgia that's based. And it looks like this one's gonna set the same kind of tone, you know? Everything that I'm hearing about the movie seemed like it's gonna strike that chord that original movie hit. And a lot of people they always dissing Ghostbusters 2. Man, y'all are crazy, dude. Ghostbusters 1 is the classic. It's the better movie. But just cause Ghostbusters 1 is the better movie don't mean you gotta outright diss Ghostbusters 2. I enjoyed it. But anyway, that's it for today, y'all. Thank you for joining me, man. Again, love to hear y'all's opinions, and I'll check you guys out later. All right? Peace.